Episode 182. Today we recap the sweep over the St. Louis Cardinals and preview the upcoming series against the Seattle Mariners. You're listening to the Bucko Banter podcast, brought to you by the Just Baseball Media Network. Cue the music.
Rockin' 101, she compliment my taste. Whiskey in my lemonade, cause I like the way it tastes. Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates. Order steak by the plate, sending case after case. Run my race at my pace, clear the grass of the snake.
Adam, it is July 2nd, and the Pirates have won 6 straight, 8 of their last 10. A complete sweep of their 6-game homestand, and they didn't allow the Cardinals to score a run. We are in the middle of the next Moneyball film right now.
You know, it's a shame because at the beginning of the year when things weren't going our way, you kept reminding the good people of Pittsburgh and around the nation, all of Major League Baseball, do not, I repeat, do not let the Buccos get hot. And I think people were like, who is this fool? Who is?
And I am a fool. Let me just confirm that. Right. I am a fool.
And I heard it from other people. Who is this loud, obnoxious Italian man screaming?
Loud or inarticulate noises. I know.
Just the worst human being. Kept telling me over and over and over again, don't let the Buccos get hot. I told you, don't let the Buccos get hot. Don't let them do it. Well, guess what, Scott? They let it. They let it happen. They're hot.
Who's the fool now? These fools let the Buccos get hot. It has been fun to watch baseball recently. I will say that. I like watching baseball regardless, but it's been extra fun watching them recently.
It's nice to sit down and watch and not take notes about everything negative that's happening. It's nice to write down like, oh, there was a clutch hit here. Oh, they turned a double play here. They made the necessary plays. They had some outfield assists. They hit late in games. They did everything. They checked all of the boxes and then some.
10 for 21 with runners in scoring position this series. I mean, we just haven't seen that all year. And I think Donnie has figured out a lineup that he likes, or generally a lineup that he likes. And he's been very consistent with it. I mean, when he shakes things up, he shakes it up. And he's aggressive with his coaching, with his decision-making and all that. But I'll tell you what, man, something's clicking with the team. I don't know if it's like, Donnie's relaxed nature where he's not always stressed and pushing that stress onto the guys in the clubhouse. I think he just gets it, and I think the team feels more at ease with him. I still think there's a lot of baseball left. Okay, like in all seriousness, there's a lot of baseball left, and they're still in last place, like 8 games back of fourth, not just first. Everyone in the division is above 500. We're 12 games under. So I want to be realistic here, but I would love to enjoy watching this team play baseball for the rest of the year too.
Let's say they win 6 of 9 on this 9-game.
This is going to be the real test. Let's just stop there. This is going to be the real test. I think this is, dare I say, going to be the deciding point of the season, if it hasn't been decided already. They're going on one of the longest road trips of the season, right? They're going to Seattle, Kansas City, Minnesota. This is going to be big for them. If they can come out of here winning 6 of 9, oh, man. I mean, things change.
Does that change anything, really?
A little bit. Like, are you going to fire sale? I don't know.
Well, at the same time, I don't think it should be I don't know if you can consider it a fire sale when you have a bunch of guys on 1-year deals.
Understood. But just a couple, maybe not even a week ago, the report was the only untouchables are Kutch and Skeens.
Sure. And I understand it. And I still think you need to listen no matter what on those 1-year deals. But you are so far behind. Do I think it really changes anything at the trade deadline? Maybe if you really think you're going to compete, you keep like a Caleb Ferguson in the bullpen. Like, I'm serious. Like, you don't have many lefty arms. He's been excellent this year. Maybe you keep that back end of the bullpen intact because they have been lights out for as long as I can remember. The bullpen has been incredible. Isaac Mattson has been incredible. David Bednar is back to David Bednar. Dennis Santana is just a straight up dog. Caleb Ferguson, as I just mentioned, is unbelievable. You got Carmen Majinski getting back into the swing of things in the back end of the bullpen. They look good. They look very good. And the starting pitching is getting run support right now. I know they're not always, but they are.
Yeah, now they are. They are, absolutely are.
But let me just finish my thought real quick is where do you go? Like, how do you navigate that to where it's like, yeah, we recognize we're so far back, as you just mentioned. They're so far back just from fourth, right? To like, hey, we're competing, but like we need to set ourselves up for the future. And when I say the future, next year, it has to be next year. I think you still need to have the same mentality going into this trade deadline to not blow the whole thing up, but to make yourself better and also make the necessary moves. I think you can't let this short stint blind you.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's 6 games out of, almost damn near 100. Okay. So, you absolutely have to go in with a realistic mindset. But my question is, do you trust Ben to execute this next month correctly? And that's where I think a lot of fans are going to feel eerie. I feel uneasy about it, man. And just for example, coming back up, he's reaching the end of his rehab is Colin Holderman. Who goes down when Colin Holderman comes up? Because it can't be Isaac Mattson.
Right.
It can't be. It's things like that. Like you got to stick with this crew right now. You got to show a commitment to winning baseball. But there's a lot of decisions to be made in the next couple of weeks. And I think, like you said, let's be realistic. They're far behind. They dug themselves a deep hole. But these next couple of weeks are going to determine the trajectory of the season, I think. And I don't mean like competing versus non-competing. I mean like how aggressive are they come trade deadline? And what window are they looking at? Like, are they going to get rid of everyone on 1-year deals, or are they going to try to get better while still like trying to move some assets around? A lot's going to be decided here soon.
Yeah. And I mean, there's guys that you couldn't stand a couple of weeks ago that right now are your biggest contributors. Tommy Pham has had an RBI in the last 8 of 9 games.
Dude, he's went from like 180 to 230, 240. It's
right.
Insane.
It's amazing what eyesight can do for you. Just general vision. And then Ke'Bryan Hayes is on an 11-game hit streak, which I believe ties Frazier for the longest hit streak this season. What do you like? It's good timing for some of these guys to get hot, but if they are contributing,
where
like
I was going next,
where do you go? Because I know Ke'Bryan Hayes, the glove speaks for itself. And I think that holds tremendous value for a lot of teams when you're looking just for a defensive replacement. But if the bat starts to get hot at the right time, is that the right time to move on from a guy, or do you buy in even more? Me personally, I sell on Key. I don't forget everything else with Tommy. I mean, that's not going to get you much of anything. Right. And I can't believe I'm saying this. I've grown to like Tommy as a part of this team, just like as an individual, just from what I've seen, like behind the scenes. Okay. I understand the play is not great. I understand some of the issues that people might have with him, but as like, I like Tommy Pham, just like as a human being. I like being around Tommy. There.
Same.
I said it. Has he put on the best performance this year? Absolutely not. For this thing from it. But he has been better as of late. And I like the guy. Now, Ke'Bryan Hayes, we've seen this story many, many times. And we've talked about it numerous off seasons, even before you and I started actually reporting on the Pirates in a more formal way via podcast, via internet, all the above, right? We always say, hey, he can't hit, he can't hit, he can't hit. Oh, he can hit at this price point. He can hit. And then you get all this hope going into the offseason. He usually kills it in spring training. And then we regress back to step one.
Yeah.
And then it's the back. He's not comfortable. He's working through things. He can hit. Off season, same thing. So I don't really believe he can put it together for a full season where I'm convinced that he's still going to be a building block for this club. I really don't. And I think you capitalize now, you get some of that money off the books and you move it in different ways where you can be aggressive to actually help this team succeed. Even this year and then definitely next year.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, I think we're in the same boat there. I'm drinking the hopium a little bit and also trying to get people excited about watching the Pirates because
absolutely
it's baseball season. But yeah, I'm in the same boat. And I think long term, you got to look at like what's the best for the next 3 or 4 years while you have Skeens. And that is to get a stronger, deeper team here at the upper level. And that's what they don't have right now. So with that being said, man, we have a lot to talk about with the game recaps. A lot of positive. We're going to keep it positive, almost too positive today. Why don't you take us into Monday's game?
Yeah, real quick. Santana obviously reactivated from his suspension. Colin Holderman has been assigned to Indianapolis, and the Pirates made a trade this week. Big time trade, big blockbuster trade. Hunter Stratton, no longer a Pirate. They sent him to the Braves for outfielder Titus Dumitru.
New Mexico State guy.
Yeah, drafted last year.
I think 23, but it could be last year. It was a later round guy. He was an outfielder from New Mexico State, so Nick Gonzalez pipeline intact. He
was drafted in 2024.
There we go.
By the Braves in the 16th round.
He's in Rome. He was in Rome, so he was in high A playing like Greensboro level right now. He might go to Greensboro.
He is hitting .231, 3 home runs, 36 RBIs, 13 bags with a 629 OPS. Now we will get into the games. Monday, 7-0 W. I could just tell you what the Pirates scored this week because the Cardinals scored 0. Nothing. Big old goose egg. 7 runs for the Buccos on Grateful Dead night at the park. There's a little bit of rain delay here. Andrew Heaney, just absolutely dog. Just unreal. No hitter into the 6th inning. 6 2/3, 3 hits, 1 walk, 7 Ks. Has a 4.16 ERA, 63 Ks, strikes on 95 pitches, 8 whiffs. Good usage on the 4-seam and the sinker here. 63% out of zone swing on the sinker. The bullpen, Sugar, 2 1/3, 1 hit, 1 K. Him doing that, and this has been pretty consistent throughout the year, minus a couple of starts here for Heaney. Beginning of the series, just absolutely dealing and taking a lot of stress off of the bullpen early on does wonders going throughout a series. And now going into a long away. What's the word I'm looking for? Jesus Christ. Road trip. There it is. Going on a long road trip. I'm so excited about Bucco baseball. Just preserving those arms does wonders for you. And then offense. Spencer Horwitz, first game leading off. First pitch, crushing.
Yeah.
Unreal,
awesome.
Dude. Unreal. Kutch and Gonzo had doubles. Horwitz and Reynolds 2 hits on the day as a team, 4 Ks, 3 walks, 11 hits, 5 for 10 runners in scoring position, 5 left on base. Really good start to the series.
Yeah, man. Just, before I get into Tuesday's game, this is just a testament to the pitching this series because I was looking at a standings graphic the other day where it showed runs scored versus runs allowed. Pirates are in last place, 12 games back of first. Or I think more than that, but they have the fewest amount of runs allowed in the division, but they also score the least amount, like by a long shot. Like
that's where the real problem is.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Like it's like runs scored 297, then the next amount is 387.
Ooh,
in 4th place, I think it's the Reds, or the Cardinals. But anyways, it's clear that the pitching is good and good enough, very well good enough to compete. It's the lack of offense that is killing them.
Right.
Which we'll see in Tuesday's game because Tuesday they won 1-0. I joked about it. Like, hey, watch Skeens come out here tomorrow after that Heaney damn near no hitter into the 6th inning. and they'll win like 2-1 or 1-0 or something like that. And that's what happened. Skeens no decision. That's his middle name. 5 innings, 5 hits, no earned, 1 walk, 5 Ks, 2.03 ERA, 9 whiffs. Caleb Ferguson has been one of the best relievers in baseball over the past couple weeks. 2 innings, 1 hit, no earned, 2 Ks. The ERA is at 2.61. Isaac Matson earned his second win, 1 inning, no hits, 2 walks. 2 walks, but Isaac pulled it out, man. He's a fighter. Gets the last out by any means necessary. 172 ERA, Bednar 12th save, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 K. He's down to 273 from like 5 or 6 like a month ago, which is insane. That's how well he's pitched. Adam Frazier went 1 for 1 with a double. The only one run was a Henry Davis sac fly. 4 hits, 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position, 4 left on base, only 4 Ks against Andre Palante. I mean, they did well against a team that they should do well against. He's other than Sonny Gray, this is an old Cardinals team, and the pitching is not overpowering, and they did what they needed to do this week.
Defense won this game.
Oh, Spencer Horwitz. First
Unreal
base.
play. And then Tommy Pham.
Yep.
Outfield assist. Just all around on the right side of the 1-0 game. Wednesday, Mitch Keller, man. All-time strikeout leader at PNC Park. And let's just take a minute here to discuss Mitch Keller, because Mitch Keller gets a lot of guff from people around Pittsburgh, and it is mind-boggling. We've already taught people about the quality start and what that means as a statistic in Major League Baseball. Okay, but this is your dog. Last year, we were basically calling him AJ Burnett for the amount of innings that he's able to eat on a week-to-week basis. And all he does is go out there and compete and compete and compete, and he gets no run support. And there's a lot of people out there that either don't watch the games and then just look at KDKA and see that Mitch Keller is 1 in 11, and they say, oh, he must be terrible. Stop looking at win-loss record for pitchers.
Yeah.
If you're going by that, Paul Skeens is the worst pitcher alive as well, then. Like, what are we talking about here, right? Look at the body of work. Look what he's actually doing on the mound. Mitch Keller is a dog. And I know he's been in trade talks. Appreciate what you have in Mitch Keller as a mid-rotation arm for most teams. Like, he has taken a lot this year, and we're lucky to have him in Pittsburgh right now. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 walk, 7 Ks. He's got a 3.64 ERA, Scott. 97 pitches today. Like, again, this guy just eats innings. He goes out there and he competes, and he always gives you a chance to win. Dennis Santana, 1 inning, 1 walk. Matson, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 K. Got squeezed a little bit. Maybe a little bit of frustration, was a little flustered, but it was able to close it out. The offense, Tommy Pham, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. IKF, 2 RBIs. Spencer Horwitz with an RBI. As a team, 9 strikeouts. Sonny Gray, man, it's tough every time they play Sonny Gray. Very, very tough. Didn't do anything for most of the game after the first Tommy Pham RBI until late. 2 walks, 8 hits, 4 for 7 runners in scoring position, 5 left on base, 28th stolen bag for O'Neal Cruz. The Cardinals score 0 runs. This is a 5-0 game. The Cardinals scored 0 runs this entire series. Zip, nada. Big old goose egg for the St. Louis Cardinals. Really, really fun homestand.
Yeah, fun last 2 homestands. And I'll tell you what, man, Mitch Keller, I really hope this isn't his last start at PNC Park. I've really enjoyed watching him grow and pitch over the years. And he's been a big part of this organization. He's one of the longest tenured Pirates, if not the longest tenured one. Yeah. Really appreciate the work that he's done. Also want to bring up something else. I wish the best to Tim and Cheryl. If you know what's going on there. Yeah. Tim and Cheryl, man, they've been going through it. The saga continued today. Just I hope they figure it out, man.
It's a big old my wife left me situation, kind of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks here. We've resorted to using PNC's Jumbotron to sort out the marital issues. And hey, listen, I understand, buddy. Keep on shooting your shot.
Yeah.
If anyone knows any info on Cheryl,
Yeah. If you have any updates on where that stands, would love to hear it. DM us, let us know.
We'll give you a platform.
Yep. Absolutely. So,
Scott, before we move on real quick, go to Total Sports Enterprises for all your Pittsburgh sports memorabilia needs, tseshop.com, Pirates, Penguins, Steelers, all you can get Pittsburgh memorabilia. You can find it at tseshop.com. Go in the description below, click the link to let them know Bucko Banter sent you.
absolutely. All right, Adam, let's take a break and we'll come back and preview the Mariners series.
Scott, we head out to Seattle this week, a West Coast trip, and we will be joining the boys out there in the Windy City, the Sunshine State, the Big Apple.
The city that never sleeps. Actually, sleepless in Seattle.
There you go. We got there eventually. The Mariners are 44-41, second in the AL West. Before we go through the pitching matchups, there was some rain at PNC Park this week. They got the games in, but then it got really hot. Whether it's rain or shine, a lot of times that calls for a tent. Whatever your event is, a bar mitzvah, a wedding, a quinceañera, a baseball game, just a good old family event, you name it, Tom's Tents can cover it. You got a wide variety. And guess what? I tried to call my old tent guy the other day. You know what he said? I'll call you back. Did he ever get back to me, Scott? I complain about this all the time. And I'm flustered about my old tent guy.
Tom would never.
I called Tom's Tents. He answered on the first ring. He said, Adam, what do you need? I said, how do you even know my name? That's how good he is. All right. Tom hooked me up with the best tent in Pittsburgh. Tables, chairs, lighting, much, much more. You go to tomstenspgh.com. Tom's Tents has you covered. Scott, talk about Friday's matchup.
Friday, just a little bit of a preface here. We don't know the confirmed pitching matchups, but if they were to follow the schedule, this is what it would be. Luis Castillo would take the mound for Seattle versus Bailey Falter. And Luis Castillo this year, 4-5 with a 3.55 ERA and 96 in the third innings pitched, 17 games started, 79 Ks, a 129 WHIP. We've known Castillo from the Cincinnati Reds. He throws a four-seam slider, sinker, change. That four-seam goes in at like nearly 50% of the time, sits mid to high 90s. The slider will sit mid 80s, and the sinker will also hit the mid 90s. The slider will come in around 21-22% of the time. He'll also drop in a change in there as well. Mostly four-seam slider guy, though. He's a legitimate frontline starter with electric stuff and a proven track record of success in both leagues. He relies heavily on a high velocity arsenal anchored by one of the best changeups in baseball. While he may not have the elite command of a true ace, his combination of swing and miss stuff and durability makes him a top pitcher in this league. His best secondary offering is that changeup with it's a legitimate out pitch with excellent fade and deception due to the identical arm speed, which is a key selling point on a changeup.
Saturday, right-handed pitcher George Kirby versus potentially Mike Burrows. This year, Kirby is 2-4 with a 4.85 ERA, 42 2/3 innings pitched, 8 games, 41 Ks with a 1.17 WHIP. The arsenal is large. You got a four-seam slider, sinker, curve, split, change. He goes to the four-seam and the slider and the sinker often, respectively, 31% of the time, 25% of the time, and 24% of the time. Premium velocity with elite control, ability to avoid walks and pound the strike zone gives him a high floor, and he's starting to miss more bats with his secondary pitches. The four-seam signature pitch, it's a lively fastball with carry that he commands exceptionally well. And then the slider, sharp, late breaking slider with tight spin. He uses it effectively against righties to generate whiffs and soft contact. It plays well off his fastball and is becoming a go-to put-away pitch.
Yeah, Kirby's one of the best command arms in the league, so that'll be an interesting matchup. Sunday, just another note. They sent down Emerson Hancock recently, so they right now have a 4-man rotation, a bit longer bullpen, so could be a bullpen game, or we're predicting them calling back up Hancock or Logan Evans. So we're going to go through both of them. I'm going to take Hancock. He is 3-5 this year with a 5.47 ERA, 77 and a third innings pitched, 15 games started, 53 Ks, a 1.44 WHIP. 6th overall pick out of University of Georgia a few years ago. Has struggled at the higher levels a little bit. He throws a sinker, four-seam, change, slider, sweeper. That sinker and four-seam he throws at 38 and 27% of the time. So he's throwing a fastball almost 60% of the time. The change he throws at 21% of the time, sits in the mid to high 80s. He's got pedigree and raw stuff to be a mid-rotation MLB starter with upside if he sharpens his fastball command and stays healthy. That four-seam fastball has decent velocity with occasional late life at the top of the zone, but it's been somewhat hittable in the pros due to modest movement and inconsistent command. He uses a sinker to induce ground balls, especially early in counts. He'll rely on this pitch to get quick outs, particularly against right-handed hitters. That slider is a sharp, late-breaking pitch with swing and miss potential. Adam, take us into Logan Evans, H2P.
Yeah, H2P, Logan Evans potentially on Sunday against potentially Andrew Heaney. 2025, he's 3-2 with a 3.38 ERA, 40 innings, 7 games, 30 Ks with a 1.33 WHIP. 2023 12th round pick out of Pittsburgh. Cutter, sweeper, sinker, change, four-seam curve, polished talent with a well-rounded 5-pitch mix, advanced command, and an ability to work efficiently deep into games. Though he doesn't profile as a high strikeout ace, his control, movement, and mound IQ make him a viable mid-rotation starter or long relief option. Let's talk about the cutter, Scott. Added to his arsenal, used to set up his best pitch, which is his sweeper. Again, cutter, sweeper, sinker, change, four-seam curve. You're getting a lot of it, and he's mixing it up fairly well. Not going to overpower you a ton. Fastball usually sits around 90 to 94. Going to probably average 92, but this is a very, very good major league arm.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy. It's funny that he could potentially face Andrew Heaney because when I was reading scouting reports and stuff like that on him, he is kind of like the right-handed Andrew Heaney. He's not going to overpower you. He's going to pitch to contact, and he's going to get you innings, and he's going to beat you in different ways. So should be an interesting matchup, either one of these guys. But I'm excited for Seattle, man. I'm really excited. Beautiful city. I was there maybe a decade ago, and so I went to the ballpark, but we're actually going to be on the field, which is going to be awesome. We're officially credentialed for Seattle, and it's going to be a whole different perspective, man. I'm excited to be on the road with the team, and not with the team, but following the team, and also
I got you. I got what
you know what I'm
picking
saying.
up what you're putting down. Yeah,
it'll be fun, man, to cross another ballpark off the list.
I was in Seattle last year for a wedding, and now I'm going to be there this year. And if you told me last year I would be on the field with the Pirates asking questions to the Mariners and the team, that would be crazy. I'd tell you to get out of my face, crazy person. But here we are, and it is awesome, and we appreciate all the support that we've gotten so far. Real quick, Logan Evans, we doing another pit blind rank?
Dan Marino will be in that blind rank, buddy. And I think we should. I don't know. Did him and Isaac play together? I don't think they would have, because Isaac's like my age, so he would be older.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, that would be fun. We definitely need to, if he's there and not in Tacoma, we definitely need to do a pit blind rank. We know our affiliate pod up in Seattle, the Marine Layer guys, their favorite guy is Logan Evans. So would love to speak to him if we can on Friday or Saturday. But we got to come up with some good questions. If you guys have any ideas, shoot us a DM. What you want to hear from the guys on the field, or what you want to see just in general on this road trip. We're definitely going to be vlogging a little bit and going around the ballpark. If you have any suggestions on T-Mobile Park now, good food to try, definitely do a food review. Last year in Toronto, we had the maple bacon dog, which I think about daily, and the Korean corn dog or whatever it was.
So good. Oh my
so
God.
good. So whatever, if you know what's good at T-Mobile Park, let us know, because we'll definitely go try it out.
Awesome. Well, if you don't already and you're watching this, subscribe. Help us out. Like it. Leave a comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And then if you're listening, we love you too. Leave a 5-star review. That helps us out a ton. Scott and I argue about it every day. Should you leave a 5-star review? Should you not? I say yes. Scott also says yes. And then we go, why are we arguing? It's pretty simple. Leave a 5-star review. That makes us super happy, and we can go about our days as happy individuals. Download the episodes, put a big smile on our faces so you know when they're coming out. We got episodes coming out pretty much all the time. You got your Monday morning episode. You got your Tuesday morning episode down on the farm. You generally have your Thursday morning, Friday morning episode recapping the weekday series. And then you got the Sax cast too, by the way, coming out every Wednesday morning. If you're trying to switch it up, go listen to a comedy podcast. And then every other Saturday, we are at Allegheny Coffee and Tea and then Proper Brick Oven doing the post-game shows. It's been quite the ride, and we're not even halfway done with the season. We're getting close to it, but we're creeping up on that point, and we've accomplished a lot so far, and we're looking to accomplish much, much more as the season goes on. So we appreciate the support, and let's go raise it on the West Coast.
Raise it.
Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates, or the steak by the plates and they